Whenever we start a new year, one of the questions I always get is, what should CISOs be looking at? What should a Chief Information Security Officer be focused on as we go through the next 12 months? Of course, some of the key components like data privacy, regulation, data protection are all important. But what I'm coaching all of my clients on is the big thing to really focus on is zero trust. What aspects or components of zero trust can you implement into your organization? Because let's face it, zero trust is really the solution to many of our problems and many of our issues. The reason why we've seen all these different attacks fundamentally comes down to our networks are very, very open. Very, very rarely does an attacker break into a server that's accessible from the internet that has all the critical data. Yes, a lot of old school attacks were that way, but companies did a much better job of not having their critical data accessible from the internet. So today, our typical attack vector is target an individual, send them a phishing email, and compromise their client. From the client, navigate to multiple servers, set up pivot points, navigate to additional servers, ultimately get to the data, and then exfiltrate the data out of the organization. If we just put some basic components of zero trust in place, for example, what if we created all of our endpoints, laptops, computers, iPads, whatever it is that we use for, or our clients use to do work on a daily basis, and we zero trust that? What I'm basically saying is, if somebody compromises our laptop or desktop, it doesn't make it any easier for them to compromise any other servers. What if we start doing that? And there's technology, application whitelisting, behavioral analytics, stopping attachments in emails, right? There's a lot of foundational technology that's out there that we're not fully embracing and fully using that can actually work together to start protecting and securing our information. And then what if we went on the other end? What if all of our critical data stores, all of our critical databases, all of our servers, we go in and zero trust them? So basically, we're going in and making sure that all of our data in our databases are all encrypted with different keys, and those keys are stored on a separate, isolated server. Right there would stop most of the attacks. Almost all of the large-scale data exfiltration attacks occur because of two things. All the data is encrypted with the same key, and the key is stored on the server. If an attacker actually broke in to a zero trust database and they got encrypted data where every record was encrypted with a different key and they didn't have access to any of the keys, who cares? It's a good day because they can't get anything valuable. So while yes, zero trust might seem like a monumental task to make your entire organization zero trust, but what if as we enter this new year, we just focus on two components, the endpoint and the database, and we just put some basic measures that already exist in place to zero trust them? Those two things will go a long, long way to stop, minimize, or reduce the attacks that we're currently seeing.